the above-ground sewer pipe in downtown Cedar Rapids. Why, much like the St. Louis Fair in 1904, it's an elaborate, temporary structure. But whereas the World's Fair was designed to be an exploration of the visions of the future, the above-ground sewer pipe is an unpleasant reminder of the past.
My dearest Martha, having arrived in downtown Cedar Rapids in the early evening, I decided to explore the city a bit before I began to sell my new line of brassieres and sewing notions to some of the local merchants the morning next. Dearest, it's a curious and magnificent metropolis. They have some wonders, to be sure. The world's largest cereal manufacturing plant standing right next to the public house in which I'm lodging is one example. The hostel itself is yet another. And as for curiosities, the people of this city seem to delight and celebrate their past through the waste left in its wake. Why, from my own guest room, my window frames the view of 55 years of their collective cast-offs, piled into a right prominent pinnacle named Mount Trashmore. But it wasn't until I ventured out at street level that I fully realized their appreciation for the near and distant past. Martha, these people have arranged an above-ground flume of waste that snakes its way through the downtown like a large intestine. Over some expanses of this tube are simple wooden bridges where young romantics can perhaps steal a kiss, or maybe drop a coin in the vent pipe and make a wish for better times to come. Martha, at the risk of being bumptious, mayhaps you can join me on a future trip and we can stroll along the pipe all the way to the landfill. Until that great day, I remain John William Hardy, Armstrong's Men's Department.
A FEMA-funded project putting the sewer above ground is said to save the city somewhere around $8 million. For $8 million, I'd let them run it through the downtown without the tube.
My dearest John, oh, how I envy your exciting travel. While the loneliness is painful and crushing, my suffering is soon forgotten once one of your letters drops through the slot in my door. I read your latest with a steeped cup of oolong tea, flavored with orange rind and sweet spice. You painted a lovely portrait of an exotic-sounding city so very far away. How diligent these people must be to do God's work by putting a mountain where he hadn't. They put the Egyptians to shame. And as for the beautiful canal in a tube you described, I've got just the parasol in mind to twirl as we walk with a basket lunch for a lovely sunning in one of those pedestrian bridges that connect the two sides of its span. By the way, thank you also for the gift of the new brassiere. It's a bit snug in the fit, which is why I describe my loneliness as painful and crushing. Do travel safely, Puddin'. Martha Bellamy Killian.
By July, if repairs go well, below ground downtown, like rumored prostitution at the old Magnus Hotel and the beer caves by the S-curve, the waste flume, too, will go back underground and live only in Cedar Rapids folklore. Or perhaps when it's no longer needed, it can be repurposed at Mount Trashmore, a water slide for the children, a delightful tribute to our citizens' thrift and willingness to sacrifice.